Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video and another vlog. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day so far. Busy day today, loads of programming, loads of calls, and today's a story time about why I live in the UK. How the hell did I get to the UK? And a question I get asked a lot, why Leeds? Why? So many places in the UK, you had to pick Leeds. I'll let you know about that. You'll find out later on. Go on then. This way. Yes, good boy. Yes, come on. Come on then. Sometimes he just wants to do whatever he wants. Like now. He's in that teenager rebel moments like that. And he hates traffic for some reason. I'll see you back at home because I made the biggest mistake in my life of bringing a camera and I had to attach the tripod to my forearm, so I had two working hands. Except for now that I'm holding my phone. The camera is in my pocket. It looks, yeah, I know it looks weird, but hey, keeps it safe. I'll see you back at home because this is the biggest mistake I've done of bringing the camera on a walk just on my own. Just staring into nothing. At least it's not raining. Am I right? This has to be the best cup. So if you look at it, the warmer it gets, the more you can see the lightsabers. This is awesome. Wait, look. Love this mug. Right, story time. Why did I move to the UK? Whew, that's a long story. I'm gonna finish this in the office because he's not anymore. Before I start work, I want to share with you why I moved to Leeds and why I moved to the UK. But first, let's start with, if you know me, and you know me for a while, I'm from Venezuela. So I was born and raised in Venezuela, in Yaracuy, a very small town, and I lived, born and raised there for 18 years of my life. Did all the way from nursery or kindergarten all the way up to high school and graduated there. Some of my best friends still live there and are from there. Most of my family lives there, and then obviously my mum and dad are there still as well. I've always pictured myself living away from home, by the way. For some reason, since I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old, I've always wanted to be away from home in another country, in another culture, and just, yeah, I've always wanted to be away from home for some reason. So it's not, and obviously the situation back home wasn't the greatest, so that made it even easier to actually move away from home. See, the toughest part has been like being away from my parents for such a long time, being away from family members, being away from like some of my best friends have been probably the toughest thing that I had to do. But I've been able to keep going through, and I've learned some big things on the way. I've been around quite a bit. So when I was 17, I joined the Rotary Club. If you don't know what the Rotary Club is, so it's an international service organization whose stated purpose is to bring together business and professional leaders in order to provide humanitarian service and to advance goodwill and peace around the world. It's not political and it's not a religious organization, and it's open to everyone. So I joined this, my family joined this as well, for me to be able to apply to their cultural exchange program. So I applied, I got accepted, and I got sent to Thailand. By the way, Thailand was never a choice. In terms of like, Thailand was never my first choice. So when you apply, they ask you top 3 countries where you would like to do this international exchange. And I remember I believe I put Germany, Switzerland. No, I didn't put Germany, I put Switzerland, Australia, and America. So USA. Like, to be fair, I think I put America, thinking like Canada and United States. Thinking that I was going to get one of them. But everything is based on like your school grades and different things that you do outside of school. My grades in school weren't the best, so I went up, so I didn't have much of a choice. But I got accepted, which was still such a great relief, and I was so excited about it. So, and then they called me and they said, you have these 3 different countries. You can go, I think it was 4 actually. So they told me there's a space for you in India, Thailand, Philippines, or Mexico. Mexico, I took it right off the list because I didn't want to go to a country where they speak the same language. I know it's a different culture and different things, but I wanted to really go completely a 180, like a full transformation in terms of the culture that I've never seen before or never heard of it. And then I didn't want to go to India for some reason. No. For some reason, everybody that I asked for help, they told me you should go to Thailand. I was like, go on, let's go to Thailand. I got sent to Chiang Mai, which was a very lucky spot to be because it is the 2nd biggest city in Thailand. It's called like the city of temples, I believe, has a lot of temples. 2nd biggest city in Thailand after Bangkok, and it's one of the ones that has the most temples. It has 24 total temples, and they're all amazing. They're all unbelievably amazing in the architecture, the colors, everything, just beautiful. You'll see all the pictures. I put some more pictures right now while I'm talking. 3 different Thai families that are all part of the they were all part of the Rotary Club, but in Thailand, which was great because we could trust them, my family trusted them. And obviously at the time that I went, I only turned 18 years old. So when I turned 18, I turned 18 on September 1st, and 10 days later I left to go to Thailand on my own. I get to experience a complete different culture that I've never even researched of. I got to see places that I've never dreamed of or never really even seen on TV. Back home you don't hear much of the Asian culture like in Venezuela, or like at least where I was. And then this was just a complete change. Like, it did hit me really hard the first few days, but then I got used to it. I got to meet some other friends because in the Rotary Club, this Rotary organization, many people do the same from all over the world, and many people choose to go to Thailand. So I have friends from Italy, I have friends from Germany, Mexico, the United States, Canada. They're all very good friends, and they've got friends I can call friends for life now. We went on different trips with the organization. It was amazing, the best thing I've ever done. And then I was there for 9 months, and I was there with 3 different families. I'd swap families every 3 months, which was great. Every single family was amazing. If you're watching this video, thank you for hosting me. You guys were awesome. Like I said, trying to learn a little bit of the language. I wasn't really good at it. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about everything. That's how I got into CrossFit and going to the gym and fitness. From there, I knew I was never gonna go back home to Venezuela. So on the way back, when I was traveling back to Venezuela, I actually had a ticket to go from Thailand all the way back to Venezuela, but I had a layover in Frankfurt, Germany. That's where I stayed. So obviously I have a dual passport. Obviously I left Thailand with my Venezuelan passport because that had the Thai visa to stay there for that long period of time. And then as soon as I got to Frankfurt, I swapped my passports out, took my Italian passport out, and I left. And then I pretty much just went into another plane where I went from Germany I flew to Italy. And yeah, that's where I was going to do my life. I thought that was going to be it. I was going to live in Italy. I was going to go to university and build my life in Italy. And then fast forward 2-3 months when I started university, I was staying in Udine. Some of my family lived and we have an apartment there, and that's where I stay every time I go on holidays. And that's where I was living with my older sister. She was already graduated because she studied back home in Venezuela, and I was just starting university. At university, I started doing public relationships because I wanted to do something that had to do with journalism. For some reason, I've always loved journalism and sport journalism, so that's what I wanted to do. I started uni, I did it for 6 months, or maybe less than 6 months, from early September, mid-August actually, all the way until December. That was the winter break. And I did it. I was never really fluent. While I was there, I got better, I got more confident. But the problem is I didn't have an income coming in. My family was sending me money, and obviously I didn't have to pay any rent, but I had to pay for books, and the books were expensive, and I had to pay for the course. The course was expensive. In Italy at the north, it's really like, and this is just my view on it. All the jobs ask you for they ask you for an absurd amount of experience to do a job, whatever job it is. And like I wanted to work, and my sister wanted to work, especially for her, because she wasn't doing anything. She wasn't in uni, she wasn't working. We had a friend, or we have a friend, that she was living in Leeds, and then she told my sister, it's like, oh, why don't you come over? And then my sister came to Leeds. That's why we came to Leeds. She came to Leeds, she liked it, she got a job, and she got working right away. And yeah, she was working in Costa, like the coffee shop, and for probably about 4 months. So she came here in October of 2014. I was still in Italy, and I was still going to uni, so we were living apart for about 3 months. I lived completely on my own for 3 months. And then obviously in Christmas, she kindly took me, she's like, oh, do you want to come to Leeds for Christmas and New Year's? We'll spend it together, and yeah, I'll just buy you the plane ticket, because she had a job that could pay her decent money, and she was living fairly okay. So I said, yeah, why not as well? Like, I'm not going to spend Christmas on my own or New Year's on my own. So I went, came, completely loved it. At the time, she was living in a very university-based area, which is Headingley. If you're in Leeds, you know where that is. Which all the Leeds University was just around the corner. Leeds Beckett, which is the other university in Leeds, was just around the corner as well. They had campus all over it. I loved it. Amazing. I was like, I'm hooked. I need to come. I told my mom and dad, I was like, I think I'm going to go. They were back home. I was in Italy. I was like, I need to go. And then I asked my sisters, like, how easy it is to get a job here. It's like, well, it's not that hard. You could probably get a job pretty quick. And she knew some people in Costa. I was like, why not? Let's do it. That was winter of 2014, so I came to Leeds for Christmas. I came for the 24th, for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, stayed all the way through after New Year's Day. So I went back to Italy on the 5th of January of 2015. I went back to Italy for 25 days just to pick my stuff up, making sure the whole apartment that I was staying, or our apartment, was everything closed off and nothing was running. 25 days later, probably the 1st of February or something like that, I came to Leeds and never looked back. I lived with my sister, with other 2 guys from Spain, and then we were living in a nice and tiny room, to be fair. 2 weeks after that, I got a job in Costa, which I worked there for 18 months. I never looked back. So why Leeds? I don't know. But like I said, it was more of my sister, we had a friend that was here. My sister came here just because that friend told her to give it a shot. It went pretty well. My sister took me to Leeds, and she told me give it a shot. I was like, yeah, why not? The rest is history. So I worked in Costa for 18 months. I got my CrossFit level 1, started working at Form Leeds. My first and only in-person job that I had in terms of coaching. Worked there for 4 years. Last year I quit. Last September I quit coaching in person to go fully online, and here I am. It's 4th of February of 2021, still in Leeds, in a beautiful house with a beautiful dog and a beautiful girlfriend, and life couldn't be better. And like I said, it's never been easy being away from home, being away from your parents, being away from your closest friends. But it's never about where you are, in terms of it's never about the place that you're at the moment, the country. It's always about the people. If you meet people, kind of glad that I joined the gym, because when I joined the gym, I got a lot of friends from there. They're still some of my best friends are from the gym. I feel like I'm pretty awkward in front of the camera. I do like talking to the camera, but I do like being really, really sociable. Even though I'm a little bit introverted, but I do like talking to as many people as I want, or as I can. Like I said, it's been one hell of a journey, and like I mentioned, it has not been easy at all. There've been some big struggles. I remember when me and my sister moved away from that first house, because we were living in the same room for a bit, because it was a 3-bedroom house and it was 4 of us. So obviously the 2 Spanish guys were there already, so they both had a room each, and then obviously I came a little bit late, and my sister kindly let me stay in her room. But then after that, 6 months after that, we found an apartment, but then we didn't know how the things work, and then we didn't have much of a financial backup in terms of deposit. That first month was a tough one because we didn't really know much about it, because obviously our wage went off the window with deposit, and obviously with paying the first month we didn't know anything about that. When we rented that flat, there was a 2-bedroom flat. It was completely empty, so it didn't have any furniture, so it didn't have a bed, didn't have beds, it didn't have wardrobe, it didn't have anything. It only had the kitchen and that's about it. So same again, more money went out the window there to go to IKEA and get some other bits. It was a big struggle back then, but it's funny looking back, because then yeah, it's just hilarious. But like I said, yeah, why Leeds? It's just, like I said, it was, my sister was here. It was just amazing. I don't regret my choice one bit. I love it, and yeah, I never look back. That is my story, and I think I'm gonna call it there because this vlog is gonna get pretty long. Thank you for watching another video. Please subscribe to the channel to be in chance of winning 3 months of online coaching with me. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified next time a video comes out. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I opened myself up a little bit so you can learn more about me, and I can learn more about you. Let me know if you moved away from home. Let me know below what has been your biggest struggle, and if you're thinking about it, let me know if you have any questions, because yeah, I've moved from places. I've moved 4 times, from Venezuela to Thailand, from Thailand to Italy, Italy to England, UK. But yeah, that is all from me. Have a great day, have a great week. See you guys on the very next video. Bye.